I gotta do this, but it's gotta be done. Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Jay Min and look, yo, we are back today with a different kind of video. Now today, I'm gonna be talking about why some U2K players can't pull a following or a view or two, right? Now, in this footage, you're gonna see, it's really gonna be screenshots, right? It's gonna be a long video, so go ahead and get ready and whatnot, right? I was on Cody's build just to, hoop, right? Now, yes, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit the like, subscribe. Let's try to get 25 likes on this video. Um, I give my player names. I was on my Cody build, but this game I was on the small, he was at the small fort. Now, Cody's a two guard. I've said this countless numerous times, right? Plus, I was playing with randoms. Anytime you play with randoms and your guards can't play guard or they can't do anything, I mean, they can't score, they can't play defense, you are going to lose the game point blank, period. I've said that numerous times. So in this game right here, you guys are going to see that the guards, or as you can see, the guards, not only could they not score the ball, they couldn't play any defense, right? But I already knew that, and I already knew we were going to lose. So I was like, you know what? We just got to finish the game out. My mic not going to go in because, clearly they just got the better team. You know what I'm saying? And clearly the team that Cody was on, right? Is nothing he can do. He could have had 30 points and we would have still lost the game because the guards don't know what they're doing and they didn't make no impact. 9, 2, and 4, 0 stops. You see what I'm saying? 3 for 9. 7, 0, 4, 0, 2 turnovers, 1 for 4 is not going to work, right? So I knew we were going to lose. The center, C plus 12 and 8, that's not enough. See what I'm saying? Cody put up 20 points and had the most assists, 1 turnover, not a 15. I knew we were going to lose, right? But the shooting guard had the audacity, right, to message me after the game. Now, you guys know how I am. And yes, you see Cody had an AI. You guys know how I am. I'm like, I didn't really care because, it was just a game. They obviously had the better team, right? So he messaged me. So I want y'all to keep in mind, he messaged me first. So look, you see, he created the group, right? He created the group. He added me. He messaged me. Terrible. Now, mind you, this guy right here put up 40 against a guy that doesn't know what he's doing. The guy that this is what I talk about. Why I talk more about the wreck and why I say I don't want to end the game anymore because you allow players that don't know what they're doing to walk in here, and you got players like the shooting guard who think he's good. See what I'm saying? But like he messages me and says terrible. So I said, you obviously had the better team. You think you did something. And this is what's sad, bro. You see what I'm saying? You got players like this guy right here who think he's really good, right? So I'm like, hold on. This guy messaging me like he's Himothy. I gotta do some research. So I come to find out this guy has a Twitch, but he has no following, right? And I mean, he has no following, right? They got 100 followers on Twitch, right? So I send this back to him because he want to message me saying like I'm terrible with Cody. But if you look at this, Cody didn't play bad and it wasn't Cody's fault that they lost the game, right? So I found out this guy has a Twitch, right? And you guys would be like, bro, Jay, you ain't got to do all of that. No, I got to do all of that because this guy think he's nice, right? So I'm like, dog, who are you supposed to be? Because you act like you nice, right? So when I send that to him, this is what he sent me, right? I know it's real funny. You just got dogged by somebody with 0 viewers. I'm a nobody. I got dogged. So YouTube, let's run this back. Where did I get dogged at? Where did I get dogged at? And mind you, he messaged me first. This is why I'm telling you. This is why some of y'all can't pull a following or get any type of viewership, bro, or even build a community. What you're telling lies. Where did I get dogged at? Where? Can somebody tell me? I'm trying to figure out. So we go back to this, right? At this point, I said, dog, I had an AI all game, right? And then I said 0 folks because he had nobody in his stream watching. He was basically talking to himself, right? So I'm thinking, okay, you're talking, but you know what? You don't have a following. You're not good. You see what I'm saying? So why are you talking? You see what I'm saying? You're talking like you're like that, like you're that guy. You see what I'm saying? So I said 0 folks watching you basically, and you're messaging me. And then he says, oh, you just got dogged by somebody. So I said I had an AI, right? So then he says that was a 77 I was on, still slapping your shit, slapping your shit across the gym. And he's talking about the center. He blocked the center a couple of times because the guards have no offense. So, like I said, when your guards can't do much, right? Of course, you're going to be able to get more stops on the center because you're not worried about the guards. They can't score. So I said, bro, your matchup had no IQ. You think you're good, right? I'm like, let's be serious here, right? Because there's been times to where I've even streamed before and I've dropped 50 plus with Cody, and I might have been like, yo, chat, Cody cooking, but I don't go and message the person that Cody was guarding and be like, yeah, oh yeah, Cody owned you, or I told you I was like that, because it's a rec game at the end of the day. It is a rec game, right? So I'm like, bro, let's be serious here. Your matchup clearly had no IQ. You think you really did something good, right? Then he says, I do that to everybody, right? So he sent me this another screenshot of him doing in the rec, of him scoring the most points. So I'm like, dog, this is why you don't have a following. Because of stuff like this right here. You think you're good. You see what I mean? But watch how this all played out and folded out, right? So let's continue, right? So I said I had you looking silly because when it was time to where he was guarding Cody one on one, Cody fried him, right? And they started double teaming Cody, right? Pause. Because the guards, like I said, were useless. So they weren't worried about the guards. So they started doubling. But he kept talking like he was good. So I'm like, bro, if we run the game back and we look at the plays when you were guarding Cody, you were getting fried, right? So look, he said, no, you didn't. You're delusional. You kept having to give the ball to the AI and call for it back because you were double teaming Cody. That's why. If you're going to send a double team, how is Cody still going to have the basketball? So, of course, he's going to throw the ball to the AI. He said, I had you in a box. How did you have. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, at this point, this guy's just talking. But I find this very funny, right? Hold on. As you guys can see, just had a little messed up right there. So, look. So he says, bro, stop, you're drunk. You was boxed up. That's why I kept emoting on you. Took you the whole shot clock to get a shot up because you were sending a double team. Like this is what I'm talking about. This is why I say I don't feel bad for some of y'all not being able to pull a following or a viewership or even a community because you're clearly lying. You see what I'm saying? You played somebody that has no IQ, doesn't know what they're doing, and you think you're special now? So look, I sent him a clip of when it was me and him matched up, and I was like, "Isn't that you, right? That's you right there, right?" And he says, "You sent me one clip from all gameplay. I had no stamina. So now he has no stamina. But he said he had me in a box, but now he has no stamina, right? Watch how this all plays out and lost by 90. Watch how this all plays out, right? So I sent him another clip because it was multiple clips to where me and him were matched up, and I fried him again, right, with Cody, right? So I said, lost because your team knows basic IQ and mine doesn't. Like, let's be real, right? And then I said, when I sent him that clip, I said, like I said, you're not good. You had the better team, right? And I sent the clown emoji. He said, you had takeover. Everybody knows how 2K just be capping. They had to give you something. But YouTube, I thought he had me in a box. I thought he had Cody in the box. So it's like, make up your mind. You see what I'm saying? First, you had me in the box. Now it's, oh, you 2K did this and that. Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. So look, he says, how to get recap, and they decided to give you something. Hey, but the whole time, peep the score at the bottom and how many points I had. Do you see what I'm talking about? So he keeps bringing up the fact that he had the most points and he won, but you saw the guard play on Cody's team, right? So this is why I'm about to, fuck your feelings pretty much, right? So look, I said, you do realize there's a reason why you have 0 views, right? He says, yes, because they be in the stream already. Why watch again? I'm like, no, dog, that's not why. Because you think you're good and you're not good. You see what I'm saying? Now watch this, y'all. So look, he says, you do realize why you just lost by 60, right? I said, dog, you played a walking trash can. Congrats. That's how I know you're pathetic. You're happy over that. Anybody that's happy over playing somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, and you play a career game and you act like you did something really good, that's a bad look, bro. Like it's like, okay, yeah, you won that one. You had the better team. But if you're gonna sit here and act like you played like that, like let's stop that. You see what I'm saying? So like, dog, you played somebody that don't know what they're doing, you're still happy over it. But this is the same person with 0 viewers, by the way, right? So look, And then he says 17 views. He says, I'm not happy over that. All I do is every day is after work, and yes, 17. Look how many followers I have. Dummy, how many you got? Oh my goodness, this is where I'm about to fry him, YouTube. You see what I'm saying? And I told him this. You can see I clearly said say hi to YouTube, by the way, right? Because this is the perfect example of why some of y'all be crying, saying nobody don't want to watch my content. Nobody don't want to watch me. This is why, right? So look, he says He says yes, 17. Look how many followers I have, dummy. How many you got? He has no idea. You see what I'm saying? So look, I'm like, and then I'm just letting him talk to this point. He says, dumb, finding anything to say about Christian on that loss, basically, right? So he's basically saying that I'm just, complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm telling you why you won the game, right? So look, like I said, it's a reason. It's for a reason. You have no following. It's because you think you're good and you're not. So then he keeps saying, hold the L, right? Keep in mind, he messaged me first, right? Let's keep that in mind. After the game, I didn't care. It's when he had the audacity to message me like he achieved something. And y'all gonna be like, well, bro, you a content creator. People gonna do that. Nah, it's not even about that. It's the fact that he messaged me because he think he was good. He think he was like that, right? So look, I said, I got over 2,000 followers, by the way. I get folks in my streams. You should have never messaged me thinking you did something. And I sent the trash emoji because I know the guy's not good. You see what I'm saying? I know he's trash, right? That's like if I go on the record right now with randoms and I drop 70 on a random and he has like a C team grade, he don't know what he's doing, and I'm just frying him all game, right? I'm not gonna go and message the guy because I know he's not good. I know if I play somebody that knows how to play defense, I wouldn't have had 70, right? And that's not saying, oh, don't have confidence in yourself. This guy messaged me first thinking he achieved something spectacular, bro. See what I mean? Now look, he says, you sound dumb when I just started streaming. So first he says, how many you got, right? Calling me a dummy. So when I point out the fact that why he gets no views, why he has no following, now he's just starting to stream. You see what I'm saying? He says, you think you saying something the whole time. You lost, you clicked on mine and see my Twitch and started talking. So YouTube, did he not message me first? Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I'm talking about? You message me first. When I respond, now it's, you talking to me. You literally message me first, right? I'm not even mad at this point. So I said, bro, you don't listen. You have no following because you think you're good. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to explain to him. I'm just being real with him, right? I told y'all, people on YouTube want you for who you are, or even if it's Twitch, they want you to be you. Stop acting like you're this guy that's good at the game and you're not. You see what I'm saying? And plus, I know if I would have dropped 70, I know this is the wreck at the end of the day. There's levels to this game, right? I know if you go to Prime, that's probably not going to happen. So I know, there's levels to this, right? He says the whole time the streams show you losing, good day, right? I'm like, bro, you clearly not listening to me. You're not getting a following because you think you're good, right? So look, then I said again, I remind him, you literally messaged me first, right? Just showing the proof. I got 49 followers in 2 days, only streaming about half an hour. You stream and lose, there's a difference. So this is where, he's starting to get bold and, start talking, right? So then that's when I said, I literally play at randoms. I said, I can remember my chat. You can't. That's a fact. I can literally get on the stream right now and I can remember my chat. You cannot do that, right? I know what I can and can't do. He can't. He has no chat. You see what I'm saying? He be talking to himself, right? So look, that's when he says, what was I just doing? Man, you got more excuses than a motherfucker going to jail. I'm done responding. You sound stupid. So YouTube, did he not message me first? I said, says the person who messaged me first. Look in the mirror. You see what I'm saying? You literally messaged me first. So when I respond, right, now I got excuses, right? So look how this plays out. I said, bro, you mad because I spoke the truth. You talking to yourself is nasty work for hours, right? He says, I'm calm. I've been laughing at you the entire time, talking to myself is crazy work. Whatever you say. This is how you know he getting mad, talk about some whatever you say. Because there ain't nobody watching you. You see what I'm saying? But look, I said, maybe stop acting like you nice and you can grow a following. And then he says, I never said I was nice. That let me know something. Have a blessed night. This is how you know he's really mad at this point when he starts saying stuff like this. You didn't say you were nice, but you messaged me terrible when you clearly had the better team, right? So look, I said, say hi to YouTube, by the way. Rule number one, anyone who mentions somebody over a red game, the perfect example of a clown. You see what I'm saying? And for the ones who are going to say, well, Jay, how do you know he's not like that? Well, guess what? After the game we played, I was just, wanting to see the next game he played in and see how it went. And guess what? This is what I see. This is what I see. Look at the scoreboard, y'all. Look at this. This is why I said, watch how this plays out. So the same guy that just had 40 points, right? Played up against somebody that doesn't play defense, doesn't play offense, thought he was like that, right? Losing 40 to 18. By the way, they lost the game by 30, by the way, too, right? So look, at this point, I'm like, oh, you was the same person messaging me after the game, right? So this is when I started to say, did the same thing he did to me. I said, terrible. Funny how karma works, right? Right? Then he's not responding. I'm sending him all types of words because he was just talking all of that ish, right? So look what he says. Shooting guard man got 20 first up, can't do nothing about that. But when the game we played in, he was talking like he was good. You see what I'm saying? Oh, look how many points I had though. You see what I'm saying? But now it's the shooting guard man got 20. Nothing I can do about that. You couldn't do it. That's why you lost. I said, no, I don't want to hear. Remember, I got excuses. Remember what he said, y'all? I got excuses. Look at this. Where's that? What is that? You got more excuses. And I didn't have them, so I had facts. The guards on our team made no impact. See what I'm saying? But now it's I got excuses. See, it's not funny when the rabbit got the gun now. You see what I'm saying? So look, I said karma works, bro. He says, I don't care, fan. I said, got that shot blocked. So now I was watching the rest of the game. He's getting blocked. He's getting cooked, right? Watching just like a fangirl. He says, I said, like I said, you're not good, dog. You're not good. It's reality, right? And I said, like I told you, you played a horrible team of randoms and got cocky. I didn't say a word dogging y'all. You didn't say a word? YouTube, 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 YouTube. Run this all the way back. You didn't say a word? So you didn't create this group and say something to me first? This is what I'm saying. I don't feel bad for some of y'all, bro. I don't feel bad for some of y'all because y'all start something and can't finish it. And when the truth comes out, then you want to play victim? You want to play victim, right? I said, you messaged me first. Terrible. Now look. Then he owns it. Oh, you lost by 50 and took somebody else to do it. Because they lost by 30. You see what I'm saying? But he was the same person that thought he was good, right? I said, I'm saying you talking to yourself, bro. Because in his stream, there was nobody watching, there was nobody talking for hours. I said, I'm mad. I got my own community of my own, and then that's when that was pretty much the end of that, bro. But let me, talk more about this because I don't think some of y'all truly don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna explain this the most possible way I can explain to y'all, right? Why I'm really making this a video is because some of y'all got to understand, bro. The rec is nobody that plays in the rec is really good, bro. And I'm talking about like if we talking about a certain level, nobody in the rec is cold. Nobody is like they probably could play their role, but nobody is elite. You see what I'm saying? That's not what that is. And you got some of these players because they're able to score the ball against bots, right? Meaning people that don't know what they're doing. Don't. If there's one thing if you can't play offense, but if you can't play defense, you are completely useless. The guys he played up against that were on Cody's team in the game he played in, they would have got benched in the first 2 minutes of an actual game in real life. See what I'm saying? That's how bad they were. He even knew that. But because he won the game, he got cocky. He thought he was like that, right? And he thought because he was, streaming with nobody watching that, oh, I'm like that. This is why I stream, right? I'm gonna give you some advice, bro. Anybody that wants to be an upcoming creator, and especially if you play 2K like that, never ever in your life try to mess somebody after a wreck. And that is the most quickest way you will get exposed, bro. And why do I say that? Because like I said, at the end of the day, you're playing in the wreck. You played randoms. Now, if you played squad wreck, that'd have been different, okay? Because now these guys know each other. This is a team of people that probably know each other, but you're playing random wreck, right? Let's be real here. That's why I said if we being serious that you're excited that you perform like that against somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. Like right now, y'all seeing these background plays that y'all see my boy Yella cooking, right? My PG build Yella, right? Yella be dropping, a bunch of 40 pieces, 30 pieces against randoms and playing deep, playing both ends. But you don't never see me going, oh, I'm about to message the person, whoever his matchup was, and start talking ish. Because I know, bro, they probably don't know what they doing. It's the wreck. You see what I mean? So what am I gonna gloat about and start, oh yeah, like I'm like that. When I know it's the wreck at the end of the day. I know at the end of the day, they probably don't know what they're doing, but 2K allows it, right? So all I can do on my builds is play my role on my builds and do my part. I can't control how bad somebody else is at the game. You see what I'm saying? But it's the fact that this is what I just showed y'all is what a lot of y'all will tend to do. You will hit up the person you are going up against, and you were not, well, not even hit up the person you were going up against. You will hit up the person you just played up against, and you act like you achieved something spectacular. When if you look at the situation, you played a team that has that like basic IQ, bro. All you did was do catch and shoot threes. You had 10 of them. I think you did 10 or 12 of them. If you had 10 or 12 threes, what does that tell you? The first thing somebody can tell you is, bro, that person don't play defense. And they don't. They didn't have not one stop. Cody was being guarded by an AI. But a lot of y'all always, want to play victim, be like, bro, like, man, this ain't fair. I stream on Twitch every day. Don't nobody want to watch me. I don't get no viewership. It's not cool. Like, it's not fair. Things like that. But how when you do stuff like that? That's why I said look in the mirror. You see what I'm saying? How is it not fair when you do stuff like that right there? Now, somebody might say, well, bro, you being emotional. It's not about me being emotional. Like I said, he started something and I finished it. You see what I'm saying? He started something that he couldn't finish. And like I said, it's something called reality. And I say this a lot. Even when I live stream, I'm saying, dog, there's something called reality, bro. It's obvious you wasn't good. You played somebody that don't know what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? That's why in the next game, when you got blown out by 30, you had 2 points and zero stops because you played somebody that didn't know what they were doing, right? But I just need y'all to understand, bro. Like, if you want to get your name out there, build a following, build a community, the best way to do it is be yourself and go and stay true to who you are. You see what I'm saying? Don't start going up to random people and trying to talk ish. And you're not good. See what I mean? You're not good. And someone would have been like, oh bro, he just clout chasing off you. How? Y'all don't see his Twitch name, and I'm not putting his name in there. I'm not gonna put none of that stuff so he can get any clout off me. I've made this an example just to show you why some of y'all don't get views or a following. You see what I'm saying? Because stuff like that right there, right? Trust me, he gonna stay at 0 views, right? He keep doing the stuff he doing. I'm gonna tell you something by the way too. You shouldn't have to want to play your heart out just to get a view, bro. That's a bad sign, bro. You shouldn't want to have to play your heart out, drop in, 40 points to, get people to watch you. You should be able to just put on a stream and do whatever you want to do, whether it's going outside, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's cooking, as far as I'm concerned, people want to watch you for what you want to do. You see what I'm saying? I can go with my phone right now at 6 o'clock in the morning, go in the kitchen. I don't even got to do 2K content, and I can start cooking up food, and I guarantee they will tune in and watch me. They would at least say, "Yo, Jay, like, what's going on? How you doing?" You see what I'm saying? You don't even get that. You don't even get people to walk in and say, "Yo, what's going on, bro? How you been?" Like, cause that's why. You see what I'm saying? So I don't feel bad for some of y'all, bro. Let me read some of these comments because we got a lot of comments to get to, by the way, too. And I appreciate y'all for the love and support. And yes, we're gonna talk about community today in the next video, so y'all stay tuned for that, right? But look, and this didn't bother me not one bit. It was the fact that I already knew the guy wasn't good, and I just wanted to prove to him that he wasn't good because I knew the situation. Like I told you, anytime you're playing in the wreck and your guards can't play their role, you're going to lose because your guards, they are supposed to be the ones that score the ball. Like right now, what you see right now, I was on my PG build, Yella, right? Yella's a point guard. Watch how Yella plays, right? Watch how he plays, right? Not only can he score the ball, but he's going to draw attention to where it opens up everything else on the offense side of the ball because when your point guard is trying to get things done, the teams they can't just like brush him off like, oh, I ain't worried about him. Nah, look at that. You gotta worry about Yella. He gonna try to do something with the ball. You see what I'm saying? But Yella's a guard. He's a point guard. He can play the two. He can play the three because he's a combo guard. And I talked about this numerous times, right? But this is what happens when you play a guard that's not scared of the ball, bro. See what I'm saying? Let me get to the message real quick, okay? Because we got a lot, like I said, we got a lot of messages to get to. And I know you're watching this video, and you're probably like, man, like it ain't that big of a deal. But you're the same person that messaged me first. Like I said, it's karma, bro. So own this L that you're receiving in this video. You see what I'm saying? Own this L and don't even comment because if you comment, it's gonna make it worse on you. You see what I'm saying? You comment my chat, is they gonna destroy you in the comment section, bro. You see what I'm saying? Um, yeah, just so like you said, take this L and hold it, right? Let's get to the comment section. I know you're watching this video because when you talk about how many followers you got though, and I said I got over 2,000. I know you went and did your research, and when you found out, I had over 2,000, you shut that shit up real quick, bro. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? I ain't satisfied with 2,000 subs, bro. And you want to know what's funny? I don't even do YouTube for subs. I do it because I love to do it. See what I'm saying? I've earned the right to have subs, right, and get over 2,000. Right now, I'm trying to get to 5,000 subs. Like, I'm not just gonna sit here and be satisfied with 2,000. I put a goal to 5,000. That's what I'm trying to get to, right? Let me read your comments. Oh, something that you can't do because you don't have no community nor following. Jay, he's cooked already. I know. I just gotta put that out there, right? But look, so we got a comment from North Carolina. Nah, keep it 100. Jay Stacks is a puppet. He's bought and paid for. He's a sellout. I definitely agree, bro. Like Stacks is a sad situation now, bro. He a very sad situation now. He went from somebody that used to be himself, and now he can't even pull probably 30,000 views in a video anymore, bro. It's sad, bro. And he got over 1 million subs, bro. But that's what happens when you don't stay true to who you are. You know what I'm saying? When you stop being who you are, and your community realizes they're not gonna be rocking with you no more, bro. They're not gonna be rocking with you no more. He is a sad situation at this point. He's not himself anymore. And that's just like this person that tried to message me. He thought he was good. That you're not good, bro. Shit sad though with Stacks. So I ain't gonna lie, no kind of it's sad with Stacks. All right. He says also if they are smart, they get GTA 6, 2K25 will cut its price, then you can get it. So what you're saying is you would rather the person, I ain't mad at that. You would rather somebody probably go and, spend their money on GTA 6 and then you think 25 is going to be on sale like how 24 was. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I wouldn't be surprised at that. Because then that's another thing. Because you look at the history. By the way, there was a Twitter space yesterday, and I was a part of it. I don't know if you guys knew that. I might post that later on. If you guys want to know what I had to say in there. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't find that very surprising because the history we've seen 2Ks, going so we've seen 23 going sell, we've seen 22 going sell, we've seen 24 going sell very early too. So I wouldn't be surprised at that. Now, back to the Twitter space thing that I was talking about. I was in a Twitter space hosted by John Bridgewater. Shout out to him. If you guys want to hear what I had to say, I think the space is still up. I probably can get some of it for y'all to hear it, and hear what people had to say in general. But yeah, like I said, man, we trying to see how things are, displaying. And I've seen the leak already, so y'all ain't gotta. Jay, did you see the 2K25? I've already seen it, bro. I've already seen it. I saw it when I was in the space. And I got to come up from one. I will get the ball in the hold square if it registers 1 second late and the defense is able to contest, even though I've been shot the ball. It's just very frustrating, bro. Very frustrating experience. All right, we're gonna move on to these comments, bro. Let me know if y'all want to hear what I had to say in that Twitter. I'm probably gonna post it anyway because I think it was about a 9 hour space. Let me see if he still has it posted. Because he probably deleted it, but I was in there. It was definitely in there. Um, so let me see. Yeah, he still got it up there. You can listen to it. It was a 9 hour space. I think I was talking in about 3 hours. So we gonna talk. We gonna matter of fact, we're gonna talk about that next, and then I'm gonna cover Community Day and what we got information off because there was a lot to talk about with that. But after this video right here, I want to hear what y'all had to hear about what I had to say about in the the Twitter space, so y'all could get an understanding of what people were saying in the community, right? Um, yeah, how you get in that space? There was a bunch of people in there because I requested to speak, bro. That's how I got in there. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't be like, oh, I see. That's the problem. Some of y'all as well. You walk around like you want to be a content creator, but then you treat yourself like you're a nobody. Now, don't even try to use this as well. That guy that was messaging you was doing the same. No, he wasn't because he didn't even his matchup wasn't even it wasn't even Cody. It was somebody else. So if he would have messaged somebody else, the person he did that to, that would have been cool. But messaging me when he clearly started double teaming, because obviously the guards didn't know what they were doing, it's a different situation, right? What I'm saying is, if you want to be a content creator and you got a voice, don't be afraid to use it, bro. Because that's what I did in that Twitter space. And we're gonna talk about that next video because, like I said, I want y'all to hear what was being said in that space, bro. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to play what I said in the space. First, and then I'm gonna let y'all hear most of it. So you're probably gonna hear about the first 2 hours of it, because it was a 9 hour space. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I mean, I don't know if I post it and y'all be able to hear it and be like, oh, we want to hear the full space. Then let me know, because then I'll find a ways to where y'all can hear the full space. But other than that, I would have to just save it so y'all can hear it because it was about a 9 hour space. And there was a lot to said. There was a lot of people talking about rec matchmaking and things like that. I'm gonna let you hear all of that. But like I said, shout out to Jai Bridge because it was Jai Bridgeworth, the one, who hosted the space and everything. So when I do post it, I want you guys to make sure y'all follow him on Twitter. Not only because he does things about the community, but he shares how his opinion and things like that, and he gives people a chance to speak. So shout out to him. Um, and yeah, we look more forward to doing that. So, like I said, the Twitter I think is Jai Bridges. I'm gonna put his Twitter. I'm gonna put his Twitter when I make that video after this video right here, so you guys can see it. But yeah, I'm watching it. What I had to say first, and yeah, man, we're gonna start after that. No, this one I'm gonna play what I said, and then we're gonna talk about the rec. And there's a lot of people because y'all got to with Jay. Why did you talk about matchmaking? Because they already talked about matchmaking in the Twitter space. So I didn't want to rinse and repeat what somebody already talked about. So I just talked about my overall why I feel like 24 was one of the worst 2Ks I've ever played, arguably. Right. So that's what we're gonna see, and y'all gonna hear in the very next video. So I want y'all to stay tuned and pay attention because I'm very excited for y'all to see what I had to say and what was, being said, right? Let me get some of the comment by the way too, something that that guy can't do. Um, I'm gonna leave you alone at this point. Um, we got a comment from Dog Music. It's not so much the old parts I miss, but the old gameplay was just so much more fun to play. Yeah, the game was way more arcadey. Yeah, the arcadey made the game fun. Made the game fun, most definitely. It's like we're more. See, this is what people talk about. Do you want the game arcadey or do you want the game to be realistic? Me personally, you want the game to be more arcadey. And if you think about it, if you make the game more arcadey, it fits, trying to put females into the game, right? Why do we say that? Because when you are trying to put females in the game, me personally, I think females should have the same options that men are having, meaning they should be able to make the same builds we have, be able to have the same animation and things like that because it's a game at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? So, and it would make the game more fun. It would bring more people to the community. It would not separate people, right? It would make the game way more fun. But yeah, that's just my take on that. But yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with that Dog Music. I feel like you know, the game being more arcadey brings it a different vibe to the overall experience. See what I'm saying? I'm not sure why this controller is moving like this, but I'm about to switch controllers because I don't know why it's doing this. So hold on, give me a second. We are gonna continue this in about three, two, one. Hold on. Let's see if we just fixed the problem because I don't know why I'm seeing lag in the footage. I think I just fixed the problem. One of my controllers has stick drift. I will be upgrading that because obviously, when you're a content creator, you look forward to your setup, things like that. But yeah, I had to fix that because I don't know why I was seeing the game move like slow. But yeah, like I was saying, when the game is more arcadey, it's more fun because it's the whole point of playing video games is to have fun. You see what I'm saying? Not to oh, it's time to lock in and act like this is a job. You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to have fun. Like back in 2K19 when the game was arcadey, I used to play stage and things like that. It was fun, bro. I used to play stage in my day ones, and we used to actually have fun playing. But now it's like, the game is not arcadey to why, you got pro playing things like that. It kind of ruins the overall experience of the game. But yeah, let's move on to another comment. Um, so now we got a comment from here we go. Boss Moves. He says they're trying to make people go play my team and spend even more money. Yeah, that's facts. It's definitely facts. Facts. They're trying to get, and I told you that little my team thing. I feel like yeah, the Rivet thing is cool, but I mean, I feel like it shouldn't just be for my team. I mean, if it is just only for my team, that is a major L. Um, I don't even play my team from the beginning, but that's not gonna make me want to play my team. Like, if you want somebody to play my team, you're gonna have to do something way better. Like that. That to me does not make me want to play my team. Because you want to know why I say that, YouTube? Because 3v3 triple threat, where are you playing it? On a rooftop, right? You're either playing on a rooftop online already. So like that to me is like, oh, I haven't seen that before. You see what I'm saying? Now I don't know, I could be wrong. All I know is when I did play triple threat online, just testing it out, right? I was playing on a rooftop of something like that. It didn't look like it wasn't a 2K16 one, but it was already like a similar, environment to where it's like, okay, I've seen this before. You see what I'm saying? Um, but now we got coming from DJ Goes Live. Well, no, he said his name is D Django. 2K got you been banned from 2K community. Me standing for something false or anything. Hey man, you gotta stay true to what you feel. Like I said, I feel like this game is. I don't think this game is gonna last. I don't think 25 is gonna last. I just feel like the game. I don't think the game is gonna be arcade either. I think 25 is gonna be because they've already said pro play is back in the game. And I'm not saying that just kills the narrative of the game being arcade. I'm just saying when the game is when there's pro play, that's just a bunch of animations to where it's gonna be very probably animation heavy again. You see what I'm saying? They did say they put over 9,000 animations in the game. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta pay attention to that as well. Um, so yeah, I don't think the game. I want the game to go back to being arcadey, right? Because like I said, it's more fun. And I don't even think they're gonna put females in the same city or park with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Or with the community. But yeah, and that's another L too, by the way. This should have been a perfect year to put females in the same thing. And we've already talked about it before, and that's also was talked about in the Twitter space as well. Let me get to the comment real quick, bro. Why would I want old parks in a new game? It's not even. It's not that. It's just it was the game was fun back then. So when the game was fun, people saying, okay, 2K goes back to this, it brings back the nostalgia, the fun in the game. See what I'm saying? Like, that's why. That's what people were saying they wanted, that to return, right? That's when 2K was fun. When we had those parks, you actually could enjoy the game. All right. Now we got a comment from Life of Fredo. Appreciate Carver for that comment. Um, this goes to show they can open up all the old servers of 2K. 2K is a money hungry company. Yeah, that's a fact. Facts. This is facts. No excuses why they can't do it. Because you had a lot of people say, bro, that it's impossible for them to do it. They can't do it. That's a long time ago. And they clearly just brought, the old, reward rivet thing back in the game. So I mean, what is the excuse that they can and can't do something? Right? That's a fact, Fred. That's a fact. Now we're coming from Paso Edits, 5 minutes, 27 minute Yap session after, but I bet you I listened to the whole thing. I mean, you clicked on the video. So I mean that helps me out regardless. But it still helped me. So I mean, if I was yapping or not, you still clicked on the video. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't let this stuff phase me. But you see how I actually get comments and I got a community, right? People actually, talk to me and things like that, whether I get trolls or people that just be talking about what I said in my videos. And meanwhile, you sitting here talking to yourself with 0 viewers, right? Thinking that you good, bro. See what I'm saying? I said, think about it. Why do you think I told you in the message, bro? There's a reason why you have 0 views or you have no following. See what I'm saying? There's a reason. It's not for no reason, bro. There's a reason for everything. Well, what's the reason for you having over 2,000 subs? Because I love to make content, right? I don't look at content like, oh, if I don't got a thumbnail, I can't make a video. It's not about a thumbnail, bro. It's about the person, bro. See what I'm saying? That's why I said being good at the game don't mean nothing. It really don't. So if you're trying to act like you're good at the game and people find out that you're really not, which I clearly exposed that already, that you clearly aren't good, right? How does that make you look? It makes you look goofy, doesn't it? Exactly. I already know I'm not good. I just know how to play my role. And when did I ever say I was good? I just know how to play my role on the game. See what I'm saying? And my chat knows that. They would tell you, man, some people in my chat would be like, nah, he pretty solid, right? He's decent. But I'll even tell them like, nah, bro, there's levels to this. Because if you play Prime, nah, I ain't gonna lie. The Prime on this game is kind of unfair because you can't even shoot around, right? When I did play Prime, I was playing with, a lot of these top teams. Now I'm not gonna say like, we were playing, in these tournaments, but I'm saying like the teams for somebody who, plays a lot of rec, and I wanted to test out Prime to see what it was like. The team I joined, shout out to Nessa, by the way. Vanessa went buckets on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? I joined her team, shout out to Nessie. And they as soon as I joined their team, all of a sudden we're playing nothing but top teams in the top 100 rankings, right, in the world, right? And I know you guys might be like, well, bro, I didn't really know comp, but you got to understand, for somebody who didn't really play Prime like that, and I'm just now playing it, right, to where these are the people I got to play up against, and I don't even get to shoot around. Of course, I'm gonna struggle. That was the only thing I couldn't do in Prime this year, was really shoot consistent. I would have games to where I hit a couple of threes, but it wasn't consistent, and that's because they took out the shoot around, which they talked about that in the Twitter space, and we're gonna talk about that when I post the Twitter space this next video I'm about to make, right? So we're gonna cover that more anyway. So yeah, y'all gonna see what people were saying about that as well. But yeah, like I said, bro, like it's just a different, you know, reality, bro. You gotta stop trying to play something that you're not, bro. Um, that's like somebody trying to act like, their street life, and then when they get involved in something that, they had no business getting involved to, but they were trying to, portray the character like they were, they did all of that, done all of that. You're supposed to fear them and things like that. And somebody actually want to test that activity and something happens, it's like, well, how can you feel bad when you are trying to portray something that you're not? That's why I said it, bro. It's okay. You don't gotta be hood. Like when people try to flex, bro, I'm from the streets. That's not a good thing. You see what I'm saying? But let's keep this 2K, bro. Let's keep this 2K. You're supposed to get out the streets, bro. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep this 2K talk. I'm just giving y'all some real talk right now, bro. Because I mean that's basically what this is pretty much, right? Similar. But you're trying to figure out why you don't have a view or a following. You see what I'm saying? So now we got to come up from Tay. I'm gonna go wherever I make the most VC. Um, so what you about to be playing this my team stuff? I mean you can, but like I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's definitely Cat Bro. It's my team with 2K16 park skins just to get everyone to jump into my team and spend more money. Yeah, I agree with this. Yeah, I definitely agree with this. I feel the same. I don't think, see, that's what I'm saying. That was their idea, to get y'all to like, oh, we got the old parks back. See what I'm saying? Like, nah. Like, that's what they were trying to do, to like get y'all to immediately, yeah, I gotta get this game now. See what I'm saying? But like I said, we're gonna talk more about this. Well, y'all can hear more about this in the next video because it was covered in the Twitter space. I appreciate all of his love support. Whoever this guy was that kept messaging me, I hope you realize something called reality, and you finally realize it's probably why you don't get no views or a following, because of what you try to portray that you are when you really aren't. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I want y'all to stay safe, continue to do what you want to do, make sure it's positive, It's your boy J Mid, all love, man. And like I said, I'm not even mad. I love debating this because he kept saying, you keep messaging me, but you messaged me first. You started something that you couldn't finish, so I finished it for you. See what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna catch y'all next one. I'm out. Tons of videos on the way more. So keep that, stay tuned. And yeah, man, I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. I'm out. Oh, by the way, you're still talking to yourself, buddy. We seen them 0 views, and you still ain't gonna get no views unless you comment on the video. Because guess what? I ain't put your Twitch on there. You ain't getting no clout. Ain't no free pop from J Mid, bro. I'm out.